So welcome back to the Fear News Show, and you're still watching our signature segment, See the Story, See the Ramadan Stories. Excuse me, it's a Ramadan special edition. And many people have become consumptive with iftar snacks, of course, and iftar gatherings. But we call, we call that in Indonesian, bukber, right?
Bukber, yes.
Bukber. So it's like a tradition. It's like a tradition here. So what do you think about that?
It's really nice, especially it's something that we actually get to sit down with, family members, friends, relatives, and all that. And it only happens during the month of Ramadan.
Yeah.
And again, everybody is always looking forward to that. I've done, well, this year, because of the pandemic of the last 2-3 years.
It's like revenge.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah, but still, I'm still taking it easy, Kai,
Okay.
because again, we don't have to wear masks anymore in public. So that's just my one thing that I really have to be careful for.
Yeah, you gotta stay healthy one way or another.
Yeah.
But speaking of Ramadan and food, maybe this one can be an inspiration for Ramadan business. Let's see Nasi Sumsum Bunia.
Nasi Sumsum Bunia is one of online catering companies which offers you a special type of food. The packaging is unique, using a rattan container and wrapped with banana leaves. Something very typical with Indonesian and Southeast Asian cuisines, and let's find out more about it.
Yes, and now we have Nitya Wityasmoro, the owner of Nasi Sumsum Bunia, with us today. Hi!
Yes.
Hi! Thank you for
Welcome.
coming. I mean, we were just listening to one of our friends who've actually tried Nasi Sumsum, said it's so yummy.
Yes.
So
Thank you.
So can you tell us what type of food business you have?
So our food business is actually traditional food. It's beef bone marrow rice, steam. It's a comfort food that it's actually a family recipe, and that my family like to have at home, and then we want to share with our friends and our family, and things happen, and then more people want to try it, so we decided to sell it.
Ah.
Very cool. So this is a family recipe, right? Because we were talking off backstage now. It's
Yes.
actually from your mom. And Ibu Nia is actually your mom,
Yes.
right? So it's really, really cool. So we just want to know how this idea came about. The concept is very unique, right? Indonesian and then this. So how it happened?
Actually, the recipe is for beef bone marrow rice is originally from Serang, from Banten, the hometown of my maternal family. My grandmother liked to cook it her way, with twist and tweak, her own style.
Okay.
Like it's usually not steamed, but she decided to steam it. And my mother had it as one of her favorite childhood meal, and then she continued that. She cooked it for my siblings and I, and it becomes our favorite food at home too. And one day I just posted on my social media, oh, this is what I'm having now. This is, and people started to ask me, oh, can I buy this? They were just my friends.
Yeah.
Can I buy this? Okay.
That's how it got started.
Yeah, I tried to sell a few portions, and gratefully they love it, and they posted it. Oh, this is so good, and the reviews bring more enthusiasm, more interest into our business, and more people that I didn't know of started to purchase from me. So at certain point, I started to make my business on social media. Previously,
Right.
I
It's
just
just
sold it.
mouth to mouth, yeah?
Yes.
Ah.
Previously, I just sold it through my personal
Yeah.
social media. Okay. And when I started to make the social media, I was even hesitant. Will people follow me? Like will anyone? But my customers, my very first customers, they were really my big supporters. I think we wouldn't have been in this moment without their supports.
So I think it's really cool. It started out as a family recipe, and you
Yeah.
started out experimenting, sending to your friends, and they loved it, and their friends. So it started with word of mouth, and then it became a real business for you. So how is your business usually during Ramadan time? I mean, I've seen the packaging of the hampers. It looked really, really cute. Do people specifically order more because they send out to more people during Ramadan?
Yes.
And my question is, do you cook it yourself?
Yes.
So at this stage, we have some employees that help us in the kitchen and in our operations. But in most of the processes, my siblings and I and our mother are still very much involved for quality control. I think for tasting, it's still very important to taste it yourself.
Yeah.
And also, I think owners' involvement give more soul to
Yeah.
the business.
I agree.
It's different when you really look after it.
Yeah, the personal touch.
Personal
Yes.
touch, yes.
And during Ramadan is a very interesting season for gifting, for giving and for gifting, because many people like to send hampers, send souvenirs. So we try to be we try to provide good food and also good packaging. We also have a collaboration with other brands for the packaging to ensure that we provide comfort food that looks elegant too. And also for Ramadan, other than for hampers, sometimes the sale also come from breakfasting
Events,
event for gathering. So there are usually two types of sales. The ones people buying gifts and people buy food for themselves.
That's true.
Yes,
Yeah,
you're right, you're right.
it's two big business opportunities actually.
So if you would say during Ramadan, sales intensify, does it get very intense during Ramadan? Because maybe one person can order like 6-7 hampers, or do you put a limit to how many hampers you can distribute in a day?
Sometimes I put limit in the daily orders
Right.
because if I think from the financial side, of course I want to take order as
Many
much
as
as I
you can,
can.
right.
But I have to maintain the quality of the food as well to ensure that we deliver the best that we can do, and also to make sure that that my employees also work with good working hours.
Right.
Yeah, that's really
Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, very, very good for someone business owners to think about that stuff like that. Now, we understand that, correct me if I'm wrong, but you said that you started very small, that you didn't really want to
Yeah.
show it to everyone, or then maybe selling to everyone, and then all of a sudden, slowly but surely, that you're starting to get more orders, and then you have to have employees now. When did actually this business come about? How long ago? Did it
did
happen
you start?
before the pandemic? Because we're still talking about the pandemic time.
I started around 3 years.
So during
Just into the pandemic.
3 years and more. I think almost 4.
Ah,
Almost 4.
okay.
Okay.
So, but the business, I took the business more seriously after I resigned from my previous job. Yeah.
Okay, so at the time you were actually still doing your main job, the 9 to
Yeah.
5 kind of job, right?
But I quit my previous job because I took fertility treatment.
And then you also have this
And
that's
then-
becoming a
Yes.
family business.
Yeah,
so
so-
that's amazing.
Yeah. So it's very. When I quit my job, I thought, okay, that will be it. My career is over. But I have to take priority. But then
New business opportunities.
And then this came out.
Yeah, I love that story.
Yeah.
When one door closes, another one
And
opens.
then
turns out it's true.
Yes. So what is your best-selling, most favorite menu?
The best-selling one is, I can say, nasi sum-sum and lidah cabai hijau.
Ooh.
Lidah
Lidah
cabai
cabai
hijau.
hijau. Can never
Ox
go wrong with that.
tongue with green chili.
Yes.
So you again, you cook it yourself, right? Is it for most of the menu?
Most of the time, but not all of the time.
Okay, okay. All right.
So the business has grown from word mouth to mouth, from doing it yourself to now having employees, all in 3 years. That is quite the growth. So big congratulations on that. I'm excited to hear that.
Very
really.
excited. Well,
Thank you.
before we continue on, of course, we're going to take a quick break, okay, Nitya?
Okay.
Nitya is still going to be here. We're going to take a quick break, and then she's going to show us later how important is food plating in the food business. So you want to see that? Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.